Hello and welcome to episode number 1 of Let's Design City Skylines Bonita Vista Valley. My name is Blackfrost and this is also my very first YouTube video series ever. I'm very glad to get this project finally started. It was quite a challenge for me and took way longer than I had expected to get everything prepared for this. But anyway, here we are. In this first episode, I will give you a short introduction to Bonita Vista Valley in general, the series at all, and we are creating the map for our project. Before I start the time-lapse in a moment, I really would like to thank everyone who supported me so far and sent me so much positive feedback in advance. It was absolutely overwhelming for me and I never had imagined it. Especially I wanna thank Press, who mentioned Bonita Vista Valley and me in one of his latest episodes of City Skylines series Aachor. So thank you very much again. Of course, I'll put a link to his channel in the description of this video and you should definitely go and check his new series out if you haven't seen it yet. But enough on that, let's jump into the time lapse and get the things actually started, and I'll be right back. As you can see, I didn't start the map from the scratch. I spent quite a lot of time to find a map that would fit my idea of Bonita Vista Valley. On the workshop I found a map called Paradise Valley created by Aachor, and I hopefully get his name right. Paradise Valley is an absolutely great map and was almost what I had in mind, a mix of green fertile areas surrounded by a vast desert. So I created a test build and it was nearly perfect and a good starting point to achieve what I wanted. I began to reshape the map and I also created a custom map theme and LUT to create my own unique look. It was quite a lot of work and it took me almost 3 weeks to complete everything, but I'm totally happy how everything turned out. Anyway, there were a few reasons why I wanted to reshape the original map. First and mainly, the terrain was very uneven and difficult to build on, and I wanted a flat surface. The second reason was how the roads and the rail tracks were laid out. Here I wanted a cleaner look and everything connected from the start. Overall I kept the original design and layout, except for the canyon I created in the west of the map. Before it was a desert with oddly laid roads and I really wanted to create some kind of landmark here. If you like, you can get a map and build your own version of Bonita Vista Valley. I already released the map and the theme and the LUT at the Steam workshop. These links, of course, I also put in the description of this video. Next I wanna tell you a bit about the idea behind the series. The area called Bonita Vista Valley lies between 2 rivers, a green tropical paradise right in the middle of a vast desert. The map design is highly inspired by locations in the southwest of the United States, mainly Arizona, Southern California and Nevada. The name Bonita Vista Valley is Spanish inspired and means something like the nice looking valley or the valley with a nice view. I think that the name fits the theme pretty well because such names are very common in this region, as far as I can tell. Bonita Vista Valley has no specific role model, but the area surrounding the city of Flagstaff, Arizona was the most interesting for me. I spent hours on Google Maps there and took a lot of screenshots as inspirations. I already have a lot of ideas and a fairly long list of things I really would like to build in this project, so you can be curious about what we will build together. As you probably can tell by my sexy accent, I'm not from the United States and I also never had a chance to visit it by myself. Because of that, I like to use Google Maps, Google Earth and all kinds of images and footage to get inspirations. But anyway, I will do my very best to build highly detailed and mostly realistic sceneries. Besides of that, I have to address that my main focus on this project is aesthetics. And I really wanna build nice looking and amazing things. Everything else is somewhat of less important. Because of these things I appreciate every feedback on this very much. If you should have any further questions or want to know more about Bonita Vista Valley, please leave me a comment or send me a message on Twitter and I will address it as good as I can. For now I take a little break and leave you with the time lapse and some music, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. See you later. Hi again, I'm back and I hope you enjoyed the time-lapse. Unfortunately, we are approaching the end of the map creation and there is not much left to show you right now, but I have a few things I want to talk about before we end this episode. As you maybe know, a couple of weeks ago I released a shorter video, a map overview and cinematic clip of Bonita Vista Valley. It was a total surprise for me how much attention and feedback this short video gained. A few of the comments it received I would like to address at this point. So, the first thing is the suspension bridge. I have totally to agree that this kind of bridge is in no way realistic, absolutely not. I've been thinking about this a while I created the map, but I decided to keep it, because I felt the map needed some kinds of iconic landmark, and I think it isn't that bad and adds a lot to the overall look and feel of the map. Maybe we remove it later in the series or place it anywhere else. We will see. The next thing I like to address, and I have to agree even more, is about the streetlights, in particular the ones on the highways. As you maybe know, and I'm totally aware of this, there are usually no streetlights on highways outside of cities and towns. The reason why I had to keep them, or better could not remove them, is simply there is no way, at least as far as I know, to remove street lights in this map editor. But this is something we will do when we start actually to build our first town. So, the next thing is the Gula grass, and here I also have pretty much to agree. The Gula grass doesn't look that great at all, or better, it is not the best choice anymore. At the time I created the map, it was the best option I had, to add large clusters of grass, and all other available grass sets were way too small, too tiny, and so I went for the larger Gula grass. Anyway, in the upcoming episodes of Bonita Vista Valley, we will use the wonderful and amazing looking grass sets made by Pidelmo. Maybe, and if I can afford the time in the future, I will create an improved second version of the map. But for now, it is what it is. So, that's pretty much it for this episode, cause I really run out of things to talk about. Thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this very first episode of Let's Design City Skylines Bonita Vista Valley. Hope to see you next time on episode number 2, when we actually start to build our first small rural town. And by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, I already posted some screenshots on Twitter and Facebook, and you should check them out if you want to know what's coming in the next episodes. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.